For decades, stories have circulated surrounding unknown aircraft in restricted airspace associated with military bases all over the world. One such incident is known as the Holloman AFB incident, and it is that incident that we will be taking a look at today. So sit back and enjoy the Holloman AFB incident. In 1971, a documentary filmmaker named Robert Eminega was contacted by the US Air Force to create a documentary film surrounding an alien contact encounter that occurred at Holloman Air Force Base in the spring of 1964. He was invited to Norton Air Force Base in San Bernardino, California, where he was shown a highly classified film of an encounter that took place at Holloman in 1964. He was contracted by the Air Force to begin production on the documentary, and he was told he would be provided the classified footage for the film at a later date. After his arrival at Norton Air Force Base, Mr. Eminega was escorted to the office of the base's audio-visual department head, Lieutenant Colonel Paul Schartle, and was briefed in on the overall plan for the release of the film. He was shown still photographs of the incident in Colonel Schartle's office before being escorted to a viewing room to watch the classified film, to determine its authenticity and to see if the footage was useful for the proposed documentary. What he saw was truly amazing, and he pondered the implications of this film's release to the general public and if he could include this phenomenal footage in his documentary without being ridiculed by others in the film industry. The film depicted a relatively normal training day at the Holloman base, and a training exercise was taking place with the rocket sled to gauge the effects of high-speed acceleration on the human body. A camera-equipped helicopter was airborne to record the event, and the Air Force also had a high-speed camera set up on a raised platform to gather additional footage of this test. But just as the test was scheduled to get underway, the base's radar tower began getting 3 unknown incoming targets on their radar screen, and an alert was sounded across the base, and fighter jets were scrambled to intercept the incoming targets. Once the jets were within visual range of the targets, requests were made to engage the targets, as that these unknown craft were a clear threat to the base's security, but these requests were denied. So the jets began a circling holding pattern around the crafts, and as the fighter jets circled the unknown crafts, 2 of them rocketed upwards at amazing speed to provide oversea cover for the 3rd craft. This 3rd craft then slowly descended down to the Holloman airfield, and after a brief moment, landing gear extended from the craft, and it landed on the far end of the runway. Several security and emergency crews were alerted and dispatched to the area of the landing and took station not far from where the craft was sitting, and after a short time a sliding door opened and a ramp extended out from within the craft. What happened next shocked and amazed the assembled military personnel as 3 otherworldly alien beings exited the craft. And with the assistance of a transcription device, they were able to communicate with the gathered personnel and provided these personnel with the cause and meaning of their visit. After a brief encounter on the tarmac, the aliens then were escorted to a hangar where they continued communicating with the base personnel, and additional personnel arrived to document this encounter. It is suspected that these additional personnel were the mysterious Men in Black, or possibly members of the CIA, but this scenario cannot be confirmed. The actual communication between the aliens and the Air Force personnel is not known, but it is highly suspected that the message that was transmitted was that the United States and other countries on planet Earth use of nuclear weapons was having severe adverse effects to the rest of the universe, and this type of testing had to come to an end, as that other civilizations were suffering ill effects as a result of these nuclear tests. These communications went on for over 3 hours, and at its conclusion the aliens returned to their craft and departed, having been assured that their message would be transmitted to United States government officials. Many heartfelt thanks go out to all of you for traveling along with us on this tale of mystery and discovery. Please be sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to receive updates on new releases. This helps us a great deal in our ongoing content endeavors. This is Professor Poppycock signing off, and I shall see you all in the next one. And remember, be happy and remain curious.